that's a bummer. I got out here pretty early, filled the sprayer up, serviced it, did all kinds of stuff to it, made sure it's ready to go for the day. Got it out in the field and literally got like 1 acre in. I lost my product pump. I think either the shaft sheared or the pump internally came apart. I knew it was probably getting weak. It's the original pump. It's had a lot of acres on it, a lot of corrosion, chemicals corrode stuff, and it's not spinning. The motor's spinning, pump's not spinning. So I guess I won't get those acres sprayed this morning. I gotta go now to try to track down a pump for this thing. If I can get it going, this is our only sprayer. It's working on the farm at the moment, and we still have about 600 acres of peas to spray before the rain that's coming tonight. And I need to spray a couple hundred acres ahead of the guys in the drills, and they're gonna run out of acres in a couple hours. All right, let's take a look at it. Pull her off. Let's see what the inside looks like. I'm sure it's not gonna be pretty. Perfect. I got a tag. The question is, can I make out anything on the tag? I'll clean it up. So here's what I got. The internals of this pump definitely are not great. It's got corrosion eating through where the bolts go to hold the motor on. There's holes there now. It's just, this housing's pretty toast. The threads here where the bottom port is to drain the pump out for winterizing it, it's all it's all corroded and eaten through, so you can't hardly put a plug in there. But what happened was the nut, which I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. Well, maybe it's not that, I don't know. The nut disappeared. I think it spun off the shaft somehow. And then that caused the keyway to go away, and we lost the motor. So I need a new pump. I really just need a new pump. I really don't want to put this back together and put it on there, but I also need to spray really bad today. So here's what I'm thinking. I don't have the right nut, and the parts store still isn't open yet. It's still early in the morning. They're a good 30-minute drive away, 30 minutes here, plus time there. Or I found this nut that fits the threads. I could just tack weld it on after I assemble it with the pump impeller on it. Tack that nut on there so it can't come off. This pump's already on its last life. Reassemble it, put it back on the sprayer, and spray it today. And on a rainy day this weekend, we'll either get Big Brute going, or if we track down a pump, I could just rip this thing off, put a brand new one on. What do you guys think? What would you do? Well, I found a new keyway. Put the nut on there. I just lightly tacked it to the shaft, so that nut's not coming off until it corrodes off, which it will corrode off, but it might only make it through this season. So let's reassemble the housing, let's put it back on the sprayer and get back to work. And then I'll call and see if they have a pump on the shelf and just have them set it aside for us. Okay, moment of truth. I'm sure water's gonna spray everywhere because these O-rings are tough to get a line, but there's the pressure center line for the water pressure here, and I don't like it. It's a quick connect, and I clipped it off, put a new end in, put it on, and it just doesn't feel tight. So if water goes everywhere, that's probably what's going on. But let's just fire it up. Let's see if I got pressure. All right, says I got 120 pounds in there, so 120 pounds mean I can get back to work. Oh, praise the Lord. Okay, let's go. Traffic jam. As he's rolling, I'm spraying. Gonna make this work, getting her done.
Okay, don't start it till I'm ready. Always got to give them instructions. Didn't catch this last little experience on camera. What happened was I'm seeing along and Kobe's riding outside on the fender, and I happen to just out of my eye just see a kind of a flash, and I looked and he's gone, and then I see him jump and he's running, and then I looked and there wasn't a real baby content, or not jackrabbit, but it was juvenile, so that it really couldn't run fast. And I thought, no way, because Kobe's gonna get that baby, and I really don't care for them to get the little rabbits. The big rabbits are fair game because they can't catch them, but they have a lot of fun. So I stopped the tractor and jumped off and was running, and Kobe is very intent on that fur, and I was within 8 feet of him and he wasn't hearing me. Finally got him just before he could really get a bite. The rabbit was doing its best, jumping back and forth and causing Kobe. If Kobe was probably a couple years younger, he would have probably caught it, wouldn't you? Yeah, I know you're upset with me, but I didn't want to, I didn't have time to show you guys on camera because I don't think you guys would have found it very funny.
Check it out. Clear skies, weather, and then clear skies. It's rolling in a little earlier than predicted. I think I still got some time, but at this point there's no way I'm gonna get these acres sprayed, all of the peas, by the time the rain comes. But we'll get most of it, and you know what? I'll take it.
All right, it's a standstill. See who's gonna play chicken first, right? So he's coming towards me and I'm going towards him, and we're finishing up this field right now. And what's really going to be neat about this is after we pass, he's not going to be able to do it because his cart can't do that, but I can. I have a way of shutting off different runs so I don't have to overseed everything. So when I pass him, I'm just going to kind of judge and decide what I want to shut off so I don't overseed and use up extra seed, and I think it's going to work out pretty well. Now, as he's going to seed back, I'll pass him real quick. If you look here, I can do this. So now, that part of the air drill is actually not putting down any seed. Yeah, sorry about the bumpiness. So the 3 runs that I just shut off, which is 1, 2, and 3, is not seeding. That's pretty cool. Like, that's really awesome. Now, I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to set this up with a GPS so it automatically does that. So if you've overlapped, it'll know. Now, granted, the 2 tractors had to sync together to know what it's doing, because like his tractor, which these have AccuSync as well, they're not running at the moment, I don't think. I haven't played around with it. I'm not that techie. But anyways, pretty cool technology. I hope you guys kind of get a little bit of my understanding and rambling. All I know is I can shut it down when I want to. All right, we are done with this field. There's about 1,000 acres over here that we got finished with peas and spring wheat. That's a good feeling. So now we can head across the interstate, start seeding on some other stuff, and hopefully Nick's had a chance to spray ahead. Does it feel good to be done over here?
Yes, it feels good. Adventureland.
That's what we're starting to call it, because it's always something over here.
We usually make quite a few trips.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We've made a lot of trips because Nick's been spraying, and it's just us two trying to run 2 trucks, a pickup, maybe a service truck, and the 2 tractors.
And manned our lunch boxes.
Well, Kobe's got yours, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, crumb!
Okay. Let's go pull the hill. It's all in transport mode, and then we're gonna go take the hill, get on the other side, and then I'll switch into high range with our makeshift conversion down here with air chuck ends, or what do you want to call them? But yeah, that's a good feeling to be out of here. Thanks for coming, guys. Wearing out my horn.
Well, it's not raining, but the wind just hit something fierce. And I don't know if it's going to let up until it starts raining, so I got to stop spraying for now at least. Keep tabs on it. If it dies down a little bit, I might go out and put one more LUT out if I can. But I see that the guys have showed up with their cavalry. And I gotta close the door on that tractor. So let's get out, let's shut the door on that bud. And I don't know if they're coming back to seed or not. I expect trucks here to fill them up, but there's no trucks, so maybe they're filling the trucks up. We'll find out soon. Bit of a circus going on here. Drill being worked on there. I'm spraying here, and there's a drill right in front of me right there. Well, the weather didn't materialize quite yet. It's still coming tonight, but the one that was there blew over. So now we're back in go mode. Let's make it happen. That's nice. All right, enough laying around. Get back to spraying. Just need some of that H2O.
Okay, we're here at the 435 Big Bud with Wiggles, and we're going to try to figure out what is going on with this thing. Oh, there is some leaking right there. Okay, so there's a little bit of seepage. Oh, you found a bowling ball. And you found a shank. So does it just like, blah?
Done.
So it's
Nope.
not like it just shuts off.
It doesn't choke itself out. It just, you push in the clutch, you throttle down, and it's dead. Just turns off.
Sounds good. A little oily, because these things sweat horsepower. Huh. I don't know. That's really bizarre. Thanks for finding this. These things aren't cheap. So you're not pushing that button in for like an air brake. As long as you don't do that, because all that's doing is it's engaging a hydraulic pump on your transmission. It's just going to circulate oil.
Yep.
And if the oil is kind of being blocked a little bit, it's going to create more heat. And then when you put the clutch in, maybe that's enough where it just kills it, but you're not doing that.
Nope.
I don't know. It seems fine to me.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. It's not smoking.
Run it like I stole it?
You can. Just be careful with it, because it's a classic.
Like it's a rental?
No, not like a rental. Not like a rental. Don't drive it like that. If he calls me again, then there's a problem, right? We'll figure it
I
out.
won't call you again then. No problem.
Hey guys, got something I want to talk to you about real quick. So, this. If you remember correctly, a couple months back, the new Series 5 Big Bud tractor that's being built that Leg Arms actually helped machine and built the center hinge pins for. These are the filings that came off that center hinge pin. And we're going to do a limited run of these in these little cases with the Welker Farms logo, as well as a little disclaimer on the back talking about the partnership between Big Equipment Company and Rome Plow and how they're bringing back the Big Bud line, as well as signed by yours truly, my dad, Robert Welker, and Leg Arms, which is Scott Welker. So, you guys, if you would like to get your hands on one of these, especially maybe for Father's Day, they're live right now on farmfocus.com/WelkerFarms. All proceeds of this, will go to a charity called Food for the Hungry. Food for the Hungry helps feed people around the world. Great organization. So we're excited to send some funds that way. So if you guys want to be a part of that and get your hands on the very first of the Series 5 Big Bud, go get it right now while supplies last. There's not many of them there. Not many at all. So they're going to go quick. So anyways, I just want to let you guys know. farmfocus.com/WelkerFarms and grab one. Okay. We'll see you in the next one.